This week on Take 5, we'll look back at the rise and fall of New York City's most infamous performance artist, and we'll find out where he is today. Balthazar Raphael emerged from the Soho performing arts scene, instantly becoming the darling of both critics and crowds. Mona Epstein-Heath, TV host and writer for the New York Post, describes Balthazar Raphael's appearance on the art scene in New York.
It was like a breath of fresh air. He was wonderful. You couldn't take your eyes off him. Everybody else was doing, the political thing, or this rights or that rights. He was talking about the things that people could connect with. Do you know what I'm saying? Everybody cared about food. Everybody cared about, the toothpaste you bought, or the, things in your kitchen. It was the little things that you could connect with, the cereal box. There was nothing, it wasn't philosophical, it was like everybody could get it.
Balthazar Raphael's manager and producer, Harvey "Skip" Gold, talks about the early years.
Well, back then, it was, what struck everyone, I think, was the originality. That's what stood out, that and commitment, originality, commitment, and depth too, yeah. And sincerity, originality, commitment, depth, sincerity. Well, back then, who knew what we'd all find out later? I mean, for God's sakes,
Why did you pick the name Balthazar Raphael? Did it have some kind of, spirituality or something?
The name Balthazar, the name chose me. I didn't choose the name.
Balthazar, there's a new group of performance artists here in New York that I've been hearing about. They're called the Blue Man. Think of their work.
I haven't been to the garage that they're performing out of yet.
So you're not a fan, I'm taking it.
I'm a fan of all forms of artistic abilities and artists. It's just that Blue Man group, they're using cereal, and I was using that years ago. Fruit Loops. And they're doing Captain Crunch, as if that were better or something.
You're fabulous.
Thank you very much.
But you're sort of your own person. You don't seem to be influenced, by some of the other performance artists, at least that I know.
There's too many artists out there who were so esoteric and political. I needed to go out there and I needed to touch the common person, not as political, esoteric people. The common people, in all of us. And that's why I grab things, such as that we use in our everyday house. Toilet paper and plungers, Twinkies.
Yes, well...
Having become a national phenomenon, Raphael was interviewed by 60 Minutes.
Time to really come around to it. I was originally trained in classical ballet, and I also studied a ton of art, regular art. From everything. I was studying oil painting, sculpture, stone sculpture, metal sculpture, plastic sculpture too. And I did a lot of watercolors too, with pastels and photography, crayons. And none of it really worked right for me. And so I decided that I needed to take this in just a different direction. And I had an epiphany one day. And it was actually here, at this table, that I've kept always as a reminder that when I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, I was like, where can I take my art next to, Balthazar? And it just dawned on me like the most gorgeous sunrise. And then I realised, as I was looking at the salt and the pepper, I was like, oh my God, it is just salt and pepper. It is purely a genius. I mean, it is like yin and yang. And I realised that my art needed to take on this domestic comprehension of the kitchen and things that affected everybody like you and me.
And then, just when it seemed like he held New York City in the palm of his hand, his career ended as quickly as it began. Take 5 recently interviewed Mona Epstein-Heath, asking her what happened to the career of Balthazar Raphael.
The man went to a concert.
He went to the entire 1986 New Kids on the Block tour.
He went to a few concerts.
They found some 15 posters of the New Kids and Flock of Seagulls on the walls of his apartment. You don't think that affects his artistic credibility?
I never saw them.
Then there was the Sears incident.
The man was shopping at Sears. I shop at Sears. I bought my tires at Sears. Maybe he was buying a blender.
Take 5 recently attempted to interview Balthazar Raphael at his home in Queens.
Balthazar Raphael? Can we talk to you?
No, look, please. Balthazar Raphael is dead. I've moved on in a completely different direction with my art. Okay? Just now I'm gonna magically pull out his card, which is this one.
No.
That's not your card. Oh, that's because it's this one right here. All right, well, wait a minute. Which one was it then? Oh!